Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency being used? Is anybody using this frequency? Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Is anybody using this frequency? CQ20 meters. CQ20 meters, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. CQ20 meters. CQ20 meters, Whiskey 7 Tango Victoria Sugar.
Kilo Echo 7 Golf Mike United.
Okay, Kilo Echo 7 Golf again.
Kilo Echo 7 Golf Mike Uniform.
Alright, Kilo Echo 7 Golf Foxtrot Uniform. Looks like Jack in Nevada there, QSL.
Negative. Kilo Echo 7 Golf Mike United.
Alright, Kilo Echo 7 Golf Mike Uniform. There we go. That's Christian down there in Winchester, QSL.
Roger, Roger. I'm a little south in Winston. I moved a couple of years ago, but only 12 miles difference, over.
Roger. I'm fairly familiar with that area down there. Yeah, so you just headed a little bit east. So yeah, that's okay. But all right, well, you got a good signal over here, man. You're coming in here about a 5 and 7 over here into central Montana there, QSL.
Yeah, Roger that. You're booming in here, gangbusters. You're 5 over, easy. Nice, clean audio, by the way. I heard you QSO up the frequency on 280 and heard you were going to QSY, so I was hunting you down, over.
Oh, Roger. Okay, well, good deal. I figured there were some people listening out there, but yeah, he kind of faded on me there, and I didn't want to take over his frequency, so I thought, well, I'll just move along here and find another open one. But I appreciate you following me around there, and yeah, usually what I do is I come out here on a Wednesday evening and just call CQ, make a bunch of contacts for an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever, and just kind of call it a night there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. And your call, I copied Kilo 7 Tango Victor Sierra.
Negative. It's Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. QSL.
Roger, yeah. Okay, well, you got a fine signal. I just wanted to, you're the loudest thing on the band right now that I hear, so that's why I honed in on you. I'll let you get to it. Maybe you can get some DX. I know when you were up on 280, there was some Californians and trying to get a hold of you, talking right over the top of the guy who was holding the frequencies. Like you said, he faded right out. Well, fine business, and yeah, I think I'm going to QSY down to 80 meters and tune up there. Good luck with the DX, and we'll say 7-3 Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. This is Kilo Echo 7 Golf Mike United.
Copy there, Christian. All right, man, I really appreciate you there, and thanks for being there, and thanks for hunting me down there, my friend. And yeah, that other guy I was talking to, Jack, he was not too far from you there. He was actually in Albany, so just north of you. But yeah, it's kind of funky conditions here as we got solar flares coming in, and I'm hitting gray line right now too, so everything's just kind of all in the mix there. But all right, Christian, well, I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much for being in there, and we got you in the logbook there, my friend, and we'll catch you on down the coax another time there, buddy. Thanks again for being there, and have fun on 75 meters tonight. Kilo Echo 7 Golf Mike Uniform. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town to hold your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, sir.
Hey, fine. Foxtrot, November. Foxtrot.
I didn't hear anything but South Americans. Maybe you'll have better luck. KE7GMU out.
Roger, Christian. All right, sir. Have a great night. Kilo Alpha 5, Foxtrot, November, Foxtrot. Looks like Barry in Arkansas there, QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Good evening there. W7TVS, KA5FNL. Barry here in North Arkansas and Hardy, Arkansas area. Sounding good here in Arkansas. I just want to see, again, if we make contact with you. Barry Nikon 718, barefooted to a 20-meter Burger V, about 22 foot. Go ahead.
Roger. Well, it's definitely working good for you there, sir. 718s are really good rigs. I love those 718s. But yeah, you're doing good, man. About a 5.7 to 5.8. And yeah, what I'm running here, I got an IC 7300 Heil PR 781 microphone. My amplifier is an old Dentron Clipperton L. I'm only running about 400 or 500 watts out here. My antenna is a homemade 20-meter horizontal dipole, and it's built out of aluminum, broadside east and west, about 30 feet in the air there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, doing a great job there, I guarantee you that. Okay, on the Icon 7300, they're on the upgrade, and we have talked to a few stations, hope to talk to a few more, that may have the Yaesu, the 710, was it, T710, and yeah, the Icon 718, the good radios, they're just a better essential radios, no special filtering. And sometimes you get talking on them there, and somebody with 2 KCs over will come piling in and blow it all over you and just kind of ruin your conversation, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that is the one thing about the 718s. The filtering's not there like they are in the 7300, that's for sure. But there's rigs that are better than the 7300 too, so you know, it is what it is. But yeah, those 710s are good rigs, you know, those Yaesu rigs there, and yeah, all that good stuff. But no, the 718s are all around good rigs. They're you know, like I said, they don't have the filtering and stuff in them, but man, they're workhorses. They just keep on trucking along and doing their thing. You know, they'll last you forever. You know, as long as you're nice to them. So yeah, I think you're going to get a lot more years out of that thing there, Barry.
Yeah, Roger, also there. Yeah, well, we're full for here. Just to make a lot of money for work at, and we are officially looking, hopefully, to retire one day, and we're hoping to get a decent hotel for you. I've got something for you, 718, believe it or not, that has some back to us, horrible at camping and everything. I enjoy going camping with them. I really enjoy that there. So that's the story on the 718. But yeah, they're good. And they're just a plain Jane radio, but I had a lot of good signal reports, a lot of good audio reports and signal reports on this thing here. So I kind of like it, but I just hopefully one day we'll upgrade to a better radio. And if the 710 pans out what I think it will be,
hello, Cokie.
We'll probably pull a plug hopefully next week or two and bounce if they're on sale. But anyway, we won't hold you there and let you make a few more contacts. Again, thanks for coming back to me. You sounded good here in Arkansas. W7TVS KA5FNL.
Roger there, Barry. All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate you there, sir, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. And yeah, you're doing a pretty good job. You took a pretty big dive on me there for a minute, kind of came back up. Conditions are mediocre tonight there, so we'll see if we can't get a few more. I'll probably work this for about an hour or so tonight, maybe a little longer. We'll see what the heck happens out there. So, all right, Barry, thank you very much for being there, sir. We got you logged into QRZ, and again, I really do appreciate you. And we'll catch you next time around there, my friend. Kilo Alpha 5 Foxtrot November Foxtrot. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, sir. Roger, Barry. You have a good evening, too. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Whiskey 9 Bravo Lima Bravo.
How you doing here, Travis?
Whiskey 9 Bravo Lima Bravo. Looks like Brad in Indiana there, QSL.
QSL, you're sounding good here. You're 5.9 plus 10 into Indiana.
Copy, 5.9 plus 10. I really appreciate that there. You're a good solid 5.9, 59 into Belt, Montana there, QSL.
QSL, yeah, I'm running an Icon 7300 as well, but going into an infed, 20-meter infed, about 40 feet in the air, I guess.
Gosh, I got a lot of nasty noise tonight. No problems hearing you there. I'm just stating it, but yeah, no, that infed's working good for you there, man. It's definitely doing the job. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm looking at your pictures there on QRZ. You got one of those digital watt meters too. That's kind of cool. I don't have a digital watt meter. How do you like that thing anyway?
You know, I like it. It's pretty accurate. It's got a frequency counter on it too. I use that for my my VHF UHF only. It's only rated for 100 watts, so I just use that for that. And then I got the ACOM 1010 amplifier that I'm using right now, about 400 watts.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm only running about 400 or 500 watts of this old Dentron Clipperton L, but yeah, this thing seems to do the job. I can pump it up there if I want, but boy, I just don't see a reason to run this thing very hard. You know, my match is like 1.3 to 1. I'm sitting at like 48 ohms on my antenna, boy, and I don't know. I just don't need to run more power, I guess. But anyway, no, it's definitely working good there for you, Brad. Looks like you got a pretty nice station there, buddy.
Yeah, it's a good start. I've been inactive for about 25 years. I got my license back in 1983 at the age of 11, and have been mostly inactive until this year. I actually got a place to set a shack up, and I'm starting to buy equipment. So I'm just getting going, bud.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's kind of one of those things, you know. Yeah, I got into this when I was about 11 years old too, but yeah, unfortunately, 83 was before I was born. But but yeah, I don't know. I've gone in and out of the hobby. I mean, I've never completely walked away from it by any means. I've always had radio around, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun, man. And I've collected a lot of gear and sold a lot of gear over the years and given it away and everything else, you know. So it's just kind of one of them deals.
I hear that. Yeah, my son's getting into it too. He's 26 years old, and hopefully he pursues it, and I can get some stuff down to him, you know, as I upgrade along the way here.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that your son's getting into it too. That's pretty awesome. So, yeah, my boy's like 13 and he's just not into it. So, I mean, kind of here and there, he'll want to talk a little bit, but I'm not going to force him to do it. You know, it's just kind of one of them deals out there. But, all right, Brad, well, I'm going to let you go, man. See if I can't get a few more. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to sit here. I got a lot of noise tonight, so we'll see what happens. If this noise don't quiet down, then, yeah, I don't know. But it's still pretty early over here. Heck, it's 10 minutes, well, almost 10 minutes to 6. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. But anyway, like I said, you got a good signal, man. You're bumping up there. You took a dip on me there for a minute, but the band's up and down. And man, you were you know, at one point there 5.9, 5 over 9, and this and that, and then it kind of bumped down. And anyway, it is what it is. But all right, Brad, well, you have a great night there, sir. I got you logged into QRZ, and I really do appreciate you there, sir. And it looks like you say you do send QSL cards. If you want one of my cards, man, just send me one. I'll send one right back. I send them once a week. We don't get mail at our house here in this little town, so we I check the mail once a week on Wednesdays, and Thursdays I get my QSL cards in the mail. I got a whole pile of them here to go out, so I missed a week due to Thanksgiving, but that's all right. Just means I got a bigger pile going out tomorrow, so there you go. All right, Brad, you have a great night there, sir. Whiskey 9, Bravo, Lima, Bravo. This is Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
Hey, sounds good, and you take care, and have a Merry Christmas. Hope to talk to you soon. Thanks for the contact. W7TBS, W9BLB, 73.
Hello, buddy. 73 there, my friend. Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, QRZ.
Whiskey 1, Alpha Zulu Romeo.
Whiskey 1, Alpha Zulu Romeo. That looks like Michael in Indiana there, QSL.
QSL, it is I. How are you, sir?
Oh, gosh, I can't complain too much. You got a good signal over here, man. You're a good solid 59 into Belt, Montana there. Roger.
So Roger, on the 59 in Belt, Montana. You're a 59 as well, plus some. Your signal rarely fades. You're 5.9 plus. You're coming into Indianapolis, Indiana. That's Indigo November. Back to you.
Roger there, Michael. Do you go, I'll say it real quick here. Do you go by Michael or Mike?
You know, my grandfather always told me you respond to anything around supper time, so either one's fine. My friends call me Mike. My parents call me Michael. I get Mikey occasionally, which I don't like, but other than that, man, just call me in time for dinner.
Okay. That sounds good to me, Michael. All right, man. Well, I like to ask because some people like to be called different things, even though it says one thing on their QRZ page. You know, I just like to be polite about it's all. But anyway, yeah, man. No, like I said, you got a great signal. I appreciate the signal report there saying a little bit of fading, or not much fading, but I know the band's up and down. I know my signal's fading a little bit there, but yeah, no, I do appreciate you getting in there, man. Like I said, absolutely just bodacious signal over here. So you came in there and just completely covered up the pile up there, Roger.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. I'm a newer ham, and I take my equipment very seriously, and I love this. I've been in and out. I think you said something similar, maybe to another QSO you were having, but yes, this is one of my favorite things to do, and you're on my favorite antenna right now. So this is a multi-band dipole, a fan dipole, I guess is what you want to call it.
Well, yeah, they work really good. I ran a fan dipole for a lot of years, as a matter of fact. When I had my big tower up, I used to have the apex of that thing like 70 feet. Yeah, it worked really good, but he had I had 3 different bands without a tuner there that I could run. I could pretty much cover everything else with a tuner. So, yeah, it worked pretty good, but that was something I built. But, yeah, gosh, I mean, all I got going now, I just got that darn 20-meter, well, for this band anyway, that 20-meter monoband antenna that I built out there. Built out of aluminum, and boy, that thing, this thing outperforms my dipole. I got an inverted V in the backyard, resonant all the way across 22, and this thing outperforms it like 10 to 1.
Roger, Roger. The band might have faded a little bit, but yeah, man, you got a great signal. I love talking to you West Coast stations because I don't always hear you guys all that much, so I'm not going to tie up the frequency for you much longer, man, but thank you for taking my call. I appreciate it very much, sir. I will say 7-3 to you and send it back your way.
Copy there, Michael. All right, man. Yeah, it looks like the band took a dip on us there, so I think that's what's going to be happening tonight. I think we got a solar flare coming our way, so it's kind of weird, but that's all right. You know, it's just going to be one of those things. It was doing the same thing earlier today, too, just real in and out. So, all right, Michael, I really appreciate you getting in there, sir, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I did get you logged into QRZ. Thank you very much again for being there, and I appreciate the QSO there, my friend. Whiskey 1 Alpha Zulu Romeo. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
Roger, 7-3,
Copy, Michael. Have a good night there. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
November 1, India Echo Juliet. Kilo Quebec 4, Golf Echo with.
Okay, November 1 again.
November 1, India Echo Juliet.
All right, November 1, India Echo Juliet. Looks like Alan there, QSL.
That's correct. Alan in Walterboro, Maine, Big Coast, Maine, and yeah, I just this is my friend Kenwood. He had 5 nights left, and dropped it off today, and I think it's working. Over.
Well, it's definitely working there for Maine. You had a really big signal there for a minute, and then it kind of faded on me a little bit there. But you were about a 5.8 to 5.9, then you kind of dropped down to about a 5.5 of no fault of your own. But yeah, that FTDX 5000 is working good for you there, Alan. Sounds good, my friend.
No, it's Tango Sierra 590 Sierra. Kenwood. Tango Sierra 590 Sierra. And it was my normal. It was an FTDX 3000, but this is the Kenwood, and I got it working for my friend.
Hello, California.
The road. Anyway, yeah, sounds good over this way. Just working on my home built halfway 160 dipole, and that's what I got, and it serves me well.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's definitely working, and I do apologize there. The band kind of faded real quick. So, anyway, the Tango Sierra 590, great rig as well. Good old Kenwood, man. You really can't go wrong. So, I do apologize for that there, Alan. But, yeah, band's all over the place. Boy, it is, 20 meters is like a Galdern roller coaster tonight. So, you know, what are you going to do? But, yeah, sounds real good, man. Nice, clean audio, and it's working real good. I don't know if you're running any power or not, but, yeah, you got any juice there? You just run like 100 watts, or what do you got going?
That's it, barefoot radio, 100 watts, stock and microphone, and my 160 dipole, and and it's only a little over 30 feet at the feed point, maybe 32 feet feed point, one way, and it's about 124 feet on the left, one goes east, and that one's probably up about 50, 55 feet in between, and the other one goes about 35 feet to the west. So that's it. That's all I got. Good ground system, though. I got a good ground system here, and good rural location. no background noise and all that. So I got a great ham location there for the Mid-Coast, Maine. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, good deal, man. Yeah, and those 160s, they're pretty much going to do you pretty much anywhere out there. So yeah, I'm glad that's working out for you, man. It seems to be working real good there. But looks it sounds like I got a guy just almost wiped you out. It sounds like he's about 1 kilohertz above me there. I'm gonna have to hit my notch filter or something if he wants to sit there. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So all right there, Alan. Well, I appreciate you, man. You're doing a good job over there from the East Coast of Maine. Thank you very much for that. But for getting in there tonight, there, sir. And I did get you in the logbook. I do really appreciate getting the East Coast there. I don't get the Let's see. I'm looking at my little calendar. I really need to move my big calendar. My calendar. Where am I going with this? My brain is already scrambling. What the heck's going on here? My map. Wall map. Yeah, that's what I've got. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm only half paying attention to everything I'm doing. Apparently, I'm going ADHD on everybody tonight, so or something, or dyslexic, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I really appreciate you getting in there from the East Coast there, my friend. And yeah, I'm looking where I'm at, looking where you're at on the big map there. Or the little map is in front of me, the big map's behind me. So anyway, it's doing the trick there, my friend. I don't know for how much longer, but anyway there, Alan. Hey, you have a great night there, man. I really appreciate you being in there. I did get you logged into QRZ, and thank you very much. And that 160 dipole is working good for you, my friend, so keep up the good work. And yeah, 30 feet, 32 feet, the apex, that's about all you need, buddy. That's where I'm at here. This antenna is right about 30 feet in the air, so it seems to do pretty darn good there, Alan. But anyway there, my friend, you have a great rest of your night. We'll catch you on down the log another time. November 1, India Echo Juliet. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, buddy.
Okay, what town in the big sky?
We are in the town that holds your pants up called Belt. Belt.
Oh, Belt. Okay, well, I was an overload trucker for 36 years, so I've probably been through there. I can't remember, though. I've been retired 10 years, and, the memory's not my strong suit, but what part of it, where are you located?
So Belt is about 17 miles southeast of Great Falls. We are almost center of the state.
Yeah, okay, very good. Did you ever meet W7BNL?
Nope, never did meet him.
Okay, yeah, Dave. He was a truck driver as well, but he was he settled up here in Whitehall. He's a silent T now, but he was out there in Whitehall for quite a few years after he retired. Okay, very good. Good fellow there. I used to talk to him all the time on 20 meters, but yeah, he's gone that away. So. Okay, very good. Well, I appreciate the contact, and thanks for helping check out the radio. I'm happy with it. I'm going to tell my friend that I might like to keep it for a while. Play around with it. 873. Have a good oh, yeah. You're probably about the same. You might be a little colder than me. I got 18 degrees right now. 18 degrees. Little cool this evening. So 7-3 and enjoy. Good conversation on the radio. K7 TVS from November 1, India Echo Juliet. 7-3, my friend.
Roger there, Alan. All right, man. Yeah, we're getting down there too. We're I know we're below freezing. It was like 30 degrees when I came down here. Temperature dropping quick. So yeah, it's probably like 25 degrees out, something like that. I don't know. It's not terrible yet, but we'll see. Who knows? This is central Montana, man. It could drop to -5 tonight for all I know. It's not supposed to, but it could. That's just what happens out here. So. All right there, Alan. Thanks again there, my friend. And have a great rest of your night there, sir. We'll catch you on down the coax another time. 73 there, buddy. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Quebec 4, Golf Echo Whiskey.
Yeah, I think that was a Kilo Quebec 4 Golf Echo Whiskey. Is that correct?
Roger.
All right, so John in Florida there. You got a pretty darn good signal up here there, John. You did cover up the pile up, though. Roger.
Yeah, Roger, your signal's pretty good down here as well. Yeah, I just have a G5RV Junior in the palm tree. So it's trying to figure out something to put on the tower without upsetting the neighbors.
Well, G5 RV up in the palm tree there is working good for you, man. You're good solid 5.9, not bad at all. So it looks like according to your page here, you're running what, an ACOM 1000 FTDX 10 and a Palstar tuner. Man, you can't go wrong with that. That's a pretty darn good setup, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't know much about this stuff, but I like it. I don't know much about it, but I like it. I gotta figure out something with the antenna for the tower that won't upset the neighbors.
Are you over there like an HOA, or what do you got to worry about being upsetting the neighbors for?
Well, they're nice guys, and it's a nice neighborhood, and the lots are only down here 100 by 100, so there's on the side of us and across the water and the canals. The canals go out to the ocean, so just trying to be respectful a little bit. But I'm going to throw up a little Yagi. The elements are like the shortest ones I can find, the elements are like 17, 18 feet with a bow of 8 feet. So I'm going to put it up to see what they say.
Oh, heck with it. Just get you like an A4S and throw up there, man, or an A3S or something like that. I mean, just do it. If you're going to do it, I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't be that way. But I guess my thought is on it's like, heck with it, whatever. But, and since you got that canal, I know exactly what kind of canal you're talking about there. My mom lived in Florida for about 15 years, and she lived in Jupiter, Florida is where she lived. And that's, I don't know where that is in comparison to where you're at there, but she didn't live on the canal, but I remember seeing those, and I'd go, man, I'd really like to throw a ground wire out there off a ham station right into that canal. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it really, but I've heard some people say that. Yeah, I think if I have a tower that came with the house. There's a bunch of the older houses that have VHF towers, so I can get up there, 40 feet easily. And I'm just gonna do like you say, one of those little Yagis and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will complain about it too much out there, I wouldn't think. But, who the heck knows. But, yeah, I don't know, kind of one of those deals. You just got to think if it does fall down, too, where it's going to fall. So that could be another thing to think about there. That's the one thing I think about with antennas is if it falls, what's it going to hit? That's kind of one of like when we had the ranch out there, I didn't care because I put it up and I'm like, well, if it's going to fall, it's going to fall away from the house, and what's it going to do? Hit a tree? Oh well, whatever, But I have a neighbor now, and so yeah, now I got to be kind of cautious of that.
Yeah, I've thought about it a little bit, but now that you mention it, it's another thing to think about. I go to upstate New York in the summer, and we get like 30 acres there, but I'd have to take it down in the summer for sure. But yeah, I just got to watch out for the neighbors and the dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, that's about the only thing I would think about with it. I mean, obviously, you don't want to make anybody mad or anything. I get that too. But yeah, you should see what I got up here. I guess in this town, nobody's going to say anything to anybody about anything really. But that's just that's the way this town is. But yeah, I don't know. I got some antennas in the air out here, and I mean, one couple of the people down the road say, "What the heck are you doing with all that?" And I tell them, they're like, "Oh, okay, cool," but yeah, no, I totally understand what you're saying there.
What are you using for an antenna now?
So what I'm talking on right now is actually a homemade 20-meter monoband dipole that I built. I built it out of aluminum, and it's about 30 feet in the air, broadside east and west. It's horizontal. And it is about 30 feet in the air. I mean, it's not terribly high up there, but it definitely does really good.
Yeah, it does. The other option was, although it's even bigger, is it's one piece, I guess. I think it's the rotatable dipole. I think it was like 30 feet long or something like that.
Well, that's basically exactly what I built here, except it's a monoband one. It doesn't have traps or anything on it. So yeah, you can get those. I think mine's like 36 feet long, give or take a little bit. But yeah, you can get those too, and that's essentially what this is. I just don't have a rotator under it. It's just fixed in one direction. But yeah, that is another option. Like I said, that's what I'm running right now. And I'll be completely honest with you, man. It's broadside pretty much due east and west, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's pretty omnidirectional. I mean, like, I get stations due south of me pretty good when the conditions are in, and I don't turn the antenna, so for whatever that's worth to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think I'm going to try this little Yagi and see how it works. I mean, the Yagi should be better than rotatable diapole, shouldn't it?
Well, absolutely. Yeah, you're going to get more forward gain out of it. You know, the more directors you put on there, the better off you're going to be. You know, if you put a reflector and a director in front of your or you know, your reflector behind your driven element, your director in front of it, then now you're a 3-element beam, and yeah, it's going to work better. If you just throw like when I got up in the air, if I were to throw a boom on it and put a reflector on it, then yeah, it would be more directional and it would definitely work better. You know, so the more elements you add, the better off you are, essentially.
Yeah, roger. I'll try this little one, and hey, it's only like 300 or something bucks, so worst case, if it doesn't work out or somebody gets upset with me, I could take it down.
Yeah, I bet you people won't be too upset about it. The thing is, even if they do get a little cranky about it, pretty quick you don't even notice it's there. It just blends in with the scenery, you know. That's kind of what I've noticed over the years. But I mean, yeah, what the heck. So, all right, John, I'm going to let you go, man. I'm going to see if I can't get a few more out there, and I really appreciate you being in there. Like I said, you got a heck of a signal from Florida, man. You're doing real good. Very little fading or anything. You're doing fantastic from down there in the southeast. So I really appreciate you being in there, buddy. I did get you logged into QRZ. Thanks for being there, and man, yeah, get a beam up in the air if you're going to do it, boy. I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to work out for you, you know. And I'm out here almost every Wednesday night, roughly around the same time, somewhere out here on the 20-meter band. So yeah, find me again if you get that thing up in the air, and just, you know, I'm just curious, or just find me again just to say howdy. Heck, I don't care. I'm cool with that too. But yeah, good luck with that, man. And again, I do appreciate you there, John, and hope you have a good rest of your night there, sir.
Yeah, thanks, sir. I'll definitely track you down when I get this thing up.
All right, sounds good, buddy. Kilo Quebec 4 Golf Echo Whiskey down there in Florida. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra up here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana in Big Sky Country, buddy. 73 and have a great night. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Yeah, this is Kilo November 6 Lima Bravo November.
Kilo November 6 Lima Bravo November. Looks like David and Chino Hills there. QSL?
QSL, boy, you're quick on the draw there. You got a 5 and 15 into my station down here in Southern California.
Well, you're not doing too bad yourself there, sir. You're a good solid 5 over 9 there, buddy. You're doing real good in here from California. You came in and cleaned it up.
Well, you know, I figured I'd give my Hermes a try here. This is my little Hermes that does about 4 watts, and I'm putting it in the amplifier, and I just wanted to see. What do you think of the audio? Is it okay?
Well, I think it sounds just fantastic to me. It doesn't sound bad at all. You know, it's nice, crystal clear. It's not too loud, not too quiet. I think it's. I don't know your voice, you know, face to face there, David, but man, I mean, it is. It sounds good.
Beautiful, great. Because I've been working on the station here, trying to get this other transceiver going. It's a little QRP rig that you build. I don't know if you've heard about what a Hermes is.
Oh yeah, I've read on them a little bit there. I don't. I'm not too into the QRP. I like QRO, but I don't have anything against it. You know, I'm okay with QRP. And I'm not saying I haven't played with it before, because I have, but no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've checked them out and read on them and stuff like that.
Well, I know, it's funny. It's just kind of like, you know, I wanted to give it a try out. It costs about $400 to buy the little kit and build it and all that. But I just thought it was kind of interesting to build something that puts out, you know, 3, 4, 5 watts, and then put it into the amplifier. Right now, I'm putting out almost 800 watts through my AL1306 solid state amplifier.
Okay, I was going to say, man, if you're hitting me with like 4 watts, you must have a heck of an antenna up in the air, because that's that, or we just got a pipeline, because holy cow. That makes more sense. Okay, I'm hitting you with about 400 or 500 watts here too, so that has something to do with it there, I'm sure. What kind of antenna are you running there, though?
Right now I'm using a doublet. That's what they call it. It's a doublet. It's really a dipole with a ladder line connected to it.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there, the doublet. So, yeah, that's, well, gosh, that thing's working real good for you there, David. That's, I mean, you are like, well, you're the loudest signal I've seen all night here so far.
Yeah, well, good. I just wanted to call out. I know you had a Kuso going earlier with another guy, but anyway, I just popped on, and you were the strongest signal, so I figured I'd go give it a try. But anyway, great. I'm glad you came back, because I'm sitting here scratching my head wondering, does it work, you know?
Well, it's definitely working. I mean, just sounds absolutely fantastic to me. So, yeah, it sounds like you're pretty much just sitting right next to me having a conversation. So, yeah, I can't go wrong.
So, you're up in Montana? I'm sorry, let me get your call sign again.
Yeah, I am in Montana. Sierra.
Okay, and my name's David, and what's your name out there?
Name is Travis, Tango Romeo Alpha Victor India Sierra.
All right, Travis, great. Where are you at in Montana?
So I am, I'm out here in Belt, almost center of the state. I'm about 17 miles southeast of Great Falls, so just west of the center of the state.
Yeah, okay. And what are you using over there? What kind of antenna and rig and amplifier?
So what I got running here, I got a IC 7300. The microphone's a Heil PR781, and my amplifier is a Dentron Clipperton L. I'm only running about 400 or 500 watts. I don't push it very hard. And my antenna is a homemade 20-meter monoband horizontal dipole that I built out of aluminum. There's no traps or nothing, and it's fixed broadside east and west at about 30 feet in the air. That's what I got going here.
Oh, that's great. That's aluminum?
Yeah, built out of aluminum.
Yeah, I always wondered about that, you know, because I always work with wire antennas. But yeah, I'm sure they do the same thing. But anyway, that's cool. And is a Dentron, is that a solid-state amplifier?
No. It's an old tube amp thing. Weighs about 78 pounds. Big old desktop thing there. And no, it's probably just as old, if not older than I am. And it just chugs right along.
Wow, it just sounds really clear. You're doing a good job. So anyway, all right. Well, anyway, I just wanted to give a call and see if I was, I was a station. I never know, you know. Sometimes you can be calling out and you don't know if you're really getting out. But looks like I'm doing the job tonight. I appreciate the comeback on that. And I'll let you get on and make more contacts out there. I'm going to go get some dinner. Have a great evening. It was wonderful talking to you, Travis. Beautiful. W7 TVS. This is Kilo November 6 Lima, Bravo November, and 73s. Have a great evening.
Roger there, David. All right, man. Well, I really appreciate you being in there. And just so you know, that last go-around there, you were like 15, blinking the 20 over mark. So absolutely just booming in here from California tonight, man. Bodacious signal. So you're doing a really good job. But the one thing I will say here is I have a 20-meter inverted V out in the backyard there that's right about the same height as this horizontal dipole, and it doesn't work nearly as well. I'll just be completely honest. And they're only, oh gosh, I think they're only about I don't know, 30 feet from each other, 20 feet from each other, something like that. And this horizontal dipole outdoes it 10 to 1. So I will say that much in receive and transmit. I have them on a switch over here, and it's a huge difference. So yeah, there you go. But all right, David. Hey, you have a good night there, sir. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you very much, and for being out there. And again, beautiful signal up here from Chino Hills. So you have a great night there, sir. We'll catch you next time around. Kilo November 6, Lima Bravo November. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, buddy.
All right. Thank you much for coming back, and I appreciate that. Have a good evening.
Roger. All right. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ. Okay, Quebec Whiskey Zulu again.
37 QWZ, QAX7, Quebec Whiskey Zulu, or Whiskey Sierra, Lima.
All right, you're pretty muffled there, man. I can't say it one more time, a little bit slower there on the phonetics.
QA Echo 7,
Quebec Whiskey Zulu, David, San Jose, California.
There we go. Okay, we got you that time there, David. I think. Oh, so you were down in San Jose. It says Washington over here, but that doesn't mean nothing there. So okay. All right, David. Well, you're doing pretty decent up here. You came in and oh, I see. It says you work there in San Jose. Okay, I'm following you now. Yeah. Well, you came in there and cleaned it up. Cleaned up my receiver there, Roger.
Gotcha. I'm having an issue with an antenna tuner, which is now working better than I smacked it with a hammer. I'm joking about that, but I think a good shot always helps some electronics. KE7QWZ.
Oh, absolutely. Well, there you go. It's definitely working. Like I said, your audio is a little bit muffled. I'm not trying to like critique your audio there, but I'm just letting you know, man. I don't know if it's something in front of your mic or what the heck you got going there, but it's not terrible, but it is a little muffled there.
Let me see if this makes it any better. I can add some compression that sometimes takes off some of that higher bass. Let me know if this is better.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that definitely sounded better that round there, sir.
Gotcha. The magic of digital. But I'm running a 7600, about 10 years old, and it's doing well, just running a straight 100 watts with an inverted B dipole, and it's the MJF Junior, so it's a little bit too short to get down to 80 meters, but for the middle, it works pretty well.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's definitely doing pretty good for you there, David. No complaints on my end. You got a good signal, 5.8 to 5.9, bouncing around a little bit, but that's just 20 meters doing what it does. So, yeah, I'm just past gray line here now, so things are hopefully going to settle down a little bit. We'll see what happens.
Alrighty, well, I will let you go. I know you were on the hunt for some other signals out there, so this is KE7QWZ, and you have a good night.
Copy there, David. All right, man. Well, I really appreciate you being in there, and thank you again. Thanks very much there, buddy, and have a good night out there around San Jose. Stay cool, stay safe, all that good stuff, and safe travels when you head back to Washington State there. So we got you logged into QRZ there, my friend, and we'll catch you on down the coax another time. Kilo Echo 7, Quebec Whiskey Zulu. This is Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Bell, Montana. 73, buddy.
W7 TVS, please copy. Kilowatt 8 Delta X-ray K8DXX.
Kilowatt 8 Delta X-ray William in Sebring. Yeah, absolutely bodacious signal. How we doing, sir?
Oh, not too bad. I just was caught a little bit short there. I was entering your call sign as I heard it into the logbook, and yeah, let's see. I had maybe I had it wrong. It's TVF, isn't it? W7 TVF. Let me see if that brings up something. No, I'm gonna have to get your call sign. Anyway, you're right. The name is Bill Baker out of Lima Lima. I'm in Sebring, Florida. Hitting you tonight with a Flex 6600. Driving a KPA 1500 amplifier. Antenna's a Mosley Pro 67C3. That's 80 feet. Turn it back to you, K8DXX, listening.
Copy there, Bill. Yeah, I think we've worked before there, at least once or twice, I do believe. But, yeah, the call sign, just so you know to correct that, is Whiskey 7 Tango Victoria Sugar. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra there at QSL.
Yeah, I think I got it. Let's see. Yeah, it brought up belts. Oh, there you go. There It's Montana, Belt, Montana, is that right? Anyway, nice to hook up with you, and you got a decent signal here. You're running 5.8 to 9, and sounding really good here. I did a little bit of reading the mail on your last contact, and there was something really unusual about that guy's audio. It didn't seem like he was, from what I could tell, wasn't modulating really well, and also you said it's kind of muffled, so I thought you were very diplomatic about that, trying to help the guy out. W7 TVS K8DXX.
Well, Well, I appreciate that there, Bill. And, I don't want to put anybody's station down either, because like I said, it wasn't like I couldn't understand him, but it was definitely a little bit muffled. And then he got the compression going there, and then it cleared it up a pretty fair amount. So, yeah, and... But no, like I said, I don't ever want to put down anybody's station out there. I would rather, if I sounded off or something like that, I like people to let me know. And with me, you can be as straightforward as you want. You can say, Travis, you sound like complete crap, and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, let's fix it. I'd probably laugh, but I don't want to be rude to anybody either. So I try to be pretty, diplomatic, as you put it there, Bill.
Yeah, it's always a judgment call. When does someone station and not sound good? And when it's clearly illegal. For instance, I was looking at your signal here on my waterfall here, and you're straight. There's no out of band or out of bandwidth signals there. You're perfectly straight. So you're nice and clean. But every once in a while, I look at guys. And it's not necessarily people that are really strong that both above and below the expected fast band or below the carrier and above the upper side band. They got all kinds of strange stuff, showing up on the waterfall. And so if they really ask me, I'd say, well, yeah, it looks like you might be driving something a little bit hard, but you sound really good. Kind of curious what you're running here. But we're in a little town here of Sebring, and it's a town that officially is, I think, 12,000 people, but it's, from what I understand, that a lot of the coastal tourist cities are really getting very congested. West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, even places like Naples are really getting really congested, so people are moving to Highlands County, even though it's not on the ocean. It's a little more tranquil, but we get pretty busy here in the wintertime when the snowbirds return. So anyway, home QTH is the Detroit, Michigan area, and I just moved down here to take a call to a church. Kind of I might say an after-work life thing that I'm doing now. So back to you, W7TVS, K8DXX.
And K8DXX, W7TVS. I understand that there for sure. And yeah, the snowbirds are probably on their way down, or there already at this point. Gosh, we're basically in December. So, but yeah, Bill. So what I'm running here, a fairly simple station, nothing crazy. Just an IC 7300, Heil PR 781 microphone, Dentron Clipper 10L amplifier. I'm only running about 400 or 500 watts here, and my antenna is a homemade 20-meter horizontal dipole that I built out of aluminum, and it's fixed broadside east and west, about 30 feet in the air. That's what I run. I do live on a hill. I'll admit that much. I live on a hill, so realistically, the antenna, even though it's about 30 feet in the air, probably doesn't see ground until 80 or 90 feet from what the antenna sees. So that probably has something to do with my signal there, but I do appreciate the flowers on keeping the signal clean and nice and straight. I work hard on that. I really don't like to put out a crazy wide signal or anything. And honestly, it took me a long time to get the audio settings just the way I want them here. Matching this microphone to this rig, it was not just plug it in and away you go. The first time I plugged it in with the factory settings on this IC 7300, somebody said, "This is who? This is huh? Wait a minute, I've been talking to you for years. This isn't Travis. You sound like complete garbage, Travis." And I laughed, and I went, whoa, what? I got him on the phone, and we adjusted the settings, and it wasn't just a one-day ordeal. So it was a multiple phone call type of deal, 75 meters talking long distance, or 700 miles anyway, rag chewing, trying to figure out the settings. And finally one night we nailed it, and he goes, "Don't touch it." Somebody I know face to face, and he tells me, he says, "Just leave it alone. Don't touch it. It sounds like you're sitting right here in the shack with me talking. Sounds like your voice. Leave it alone." And I just said, okay, boom, that was it. And I got out of the audio settings in this rig and never touched it again.
Well, that's a pretty good story. When I first got this rig, we were back in Detroit when I got it, and I wasn't running this amplifier, but I can't think of the guy's call sign anymore. But he designs these mic equalizers, outboard mic equalizer. He's I don't know if it helps identify, he's a black guy. But anyway, I got in the air with him, and we were just talking back and forth, and at the time I recognized the name, and really friendly guy and stuff like that. So I asked him, he said, oh, sure, I'll he looked at me in a scope and stuff like that, so he made some suggestions. I've pretty much maintained the settings that he recommended to me. But I've got a 7300. I don't use it all that much now. I have this Flex, and then I have an FTDX 101MP that I just use as kind of a backup rig, just running the 200 watts, so-called barefoot. But I've always been amazed by the 7300. Like this Flex that's got an 8-band graphic equalizer, and the Yaesu 101MP has it's 3-band, but it's a so-called parametric equalizer. And they can be made to sound good, but I've rarely ever heard a bad-sounding 7300. As I recall, there's just a bass boost and a treble boost, and I think I had my treble up about 2 clicks, and I had the bass up 1.5 clicks or something like that, and everybody said I was sounding really pretty good. I think the 7300 is a great rig, although I think it's ICOM may be out to replace it, because Yaesu's got a true SDR, the 710, FD710, and it is a true SDR. It's getting really good marks. It probably doesn't have the decent waterfall like the ICOM does, but I guess the receiver's just a tad better. But on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, they're selling the things for $800. I was almost tempted to go buy one, but I clearly don't need it, so I was happy with the junk equipment I have here now. W7TVSK8DXX.
Contact.
Yeah, go ahead, contact.
Yeah, NI0WA.
NI0WA, how can we help you?
I just thought I heard you in there, and I just thought I'd give you a call and let you know that you're coming into Davenport, Iowa real good. This is the FT710 that I'm talking to you on, the brother to the 7300, they say. But you sound really good here.
Okay, very good. Listen, let me turn it over to Travis out there in Bell, Montana. W7TVS, we're going to pick it up on KETXX, and you can give the other station a report. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, well, yeah. I did see those, excuse me, I saw those Black Friday deals there, and I was kind of hoping they had coax or something for sale, to be honest. I really don't need any other radios or tuners or, anything like that. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess the 710s, or the Yaesu rigs there, I get the true SDR receivers. Supposedly they are a little bit better. I don't know. My own preference, I don't particularly care for Yaesu rigs. That's, again, my own deal. I like ICOMs. That's I'm one of those guys. And I wouldn't be opposed to one. Would I buy one? Probably not, unless the deal was right. But they're good rigs. Don't get me wrong. I've had ICOMs for a lot of years, and that's just what I play with. I'm one of those brand guys, I guess. But I got a lot of buddies telling me, oh, you better get that Yaesu. And I'm like, oh, yeah, one of these days, And who knows? If I ever win the lottery or something, I might just get a Yaesu and just to play with it. But I'm not rich. I'm a family man. I'm young, man. I got a long time before I retire, and I'm raising kids and everything else, and stuff's expensive, so there is that. I don't get to spend a lot of money on radio all the time there like I like to. That's why I build my own antennas and stuff, because it's, essentially free, minus, miscellaneous parts. But, yeah, all the good stuff there. But I do hear the gentleman in Iowa, you're doing pretty good, about a 57 up here in Belt, Montana there, Roger.
Roger, comment. Well, you sound real good here in Davenport, Iowa. I'm only using 100 watts of power. Got the microphone cranked up to about 80, and I figure that's good enough. Yeah, the waterfall on this is a little small, but my brother gave me a 24-inch monitor, and I've got the cable coming in the mail with the DVI, and I'm going to plug that in there and increase my viewability on my screen, and not worry so much about this little 5 or 6 inch screen on the 710. But I did my due diligence, and you know what I think? I think a lot of people, when they prefer a certain rig over another one is their own preference to what they hear. And I'm that way. I was a radio broadcaster for almost 40 years, got out of the business because I didn't like radio anymore, and decided I was just going to go ahead and retire and talk on my ham radios. But I think it's also a very personal preference. Nobody has anything bad to say about a particular rig, and I certainly am not that. I just felt that I wanted a relatively good priced radio to retire with, and I've never had
Thanks,
a new
buddy. I
radio
appreciate the 5.9
in my
in
life.
Michigan.
And I've always had.
It's kind of turned
I've
into a
never had
round
an
table.
Icon,
Come on in.
And I've always.
Yeah, did we lose you there? And I heard a comment. Comment, go ahead.
But I got cut off there.
KE8 CBW here in Michigan. Listening to you on TikTok, so I just sent you a text there just letting you know you're sounding good up here. That's interesting. You don't see too many ham operators on TikTok, but I've seen a few here lately. Over.
Buddy, they're still in Montana. Do you still copy?
Yeah, Roger. I'm sorry. I got had somebody else come in there saying contact, and I don't know if your foot slipped off the pedal. I lost you there for a minute. And looks like we're kind of turning into a round table over here. We still got Bill over there, Kilo 8 Delta X-Ray in Sebring, Florida. Now we got, let's see, we got Kilo Echo 8 Charlie Bravo Whiskey out of Michigan in there. He's got a big signal up here. And then we got, and I never did get your call sign out of Iowa there, sir. What was your call sign again?
Yeah, my name is Dick, Delta India Charlie Kilo, like Dick Tracy, and my first name is Dick, and I live in Davenport, Iowa, and I switched over from my handheld mic to the MD100, and I contacted the HRO, and they said I could go ahead and use that, and got it all tweaked up. I came right out of the box the way that it sounds, so I'm glad it's sounding pretty good on your end.
Roger, and let's see, Kilo 8 Delta X-ray. You want to go ahead, sir? Heck, we got 4 of us out here. I mean, if you guys don't mind, we might as well roll this into a roundabout.
That'd be fine with me. I can't copy the guy in Michigan. Maybe if I rotated my antenna, although it's just probably off the corner. But anyway, let's see, comments. Yeah, I have the FTDX 101MP here, and I've had it for 2 years, and, I've had Yaesu radios in the past. I had an FT840 that I really liked. I had the FT1000MP from back in the late 90s. And I like them very well. And I've also had Kenwood and a couple of Kenwoods and stuff like that, but... And as I said, I've got the ICOM 7300, but I really don't like this 101MP.
Hello, buddy.
I don't think I hope I'm not stepping on your toes here. I don't like the display on it. It's not as clear and not information rich as the Flex. And I've taken these last couple weeks to try to spend more time on the radio to figure it out.
Homemade aluminum dipole.
I'm learning to think Yaesu, which has taken a lot of time. I find a lot of inconsistencies in the user interface.
Hello, John.
But I thought also that I wish I could trade this thing for a nice, spiffy, clean ICOM 7610. I just really appreciate the SDR. The FT710 is, I understand, a real SDR. The 101MP is not. It's basically like a triple conversion superhead, and one of its IF stages is what they call the narrowband SDR. And it's still, I like with the Flex, you can grab the bandpass edges, and if there's QRM out there, you can pull it away from the QRM, and it's gone. It's it's all a bit stream, zeros and ones, and you can get rid of it. I would expect the 710, at least on receive, to be a little bit better than the 7300, but believe me, Travis, I understand what you mean, being a
Joe, I'm logging on QRZ.
Stuff like that. My basic ham radio story was that I got licensed in 64.
Well, good, John.
And used, I had a Heathkit DX100 and a National 173 in the early days, Then my dad and I built an HW100, which I used from 1968 when I was still in high school till I was like 80 or 81. And my wife, we were getting a big income tax return, and she said, you know, I know you're having a hard time buying tubes for the Heathkit, so why don't you go get yourself a new radio? So I got a Kenwood TS180 station with all the you know, power supply, speaker, tuner, and external VFO and stuff like that, and I used that till 1998. So that was 18 years, and kind of around the year 2000, when our kids were kind of sort of getting ready to move out of the house and stuff like that, I started spending a little more money on radios, and I really dropped a wad on this station, but, I mean, compared to what other people spend on
Oh, my wife rolls too, John.
not too terribly bad.
She's pretty legit about it,
Let's
buddy.
turn it over to Dick there. In Iowa, there our son for 3 years lived in Bettendorf and really liked that. Back to you there, Dick. This is K8DXX in the group.
Thank you very much for the return. This is NI0WA. I'm only putting out the 101.
Did we lose you there, Dick?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I heard you say that you're only putting out 100 watts there, but I didn't know if your foot slipped off the pedal or what the heck happened there. But yeah, it's working for you, man. Like I say, you're about a 5 and 7 over here. You sound like you're doing good in Florida. And then let's see, it was crap. I'd have to go back to my log here. So there's Kilo Echo 8 Charlie Bravo Whiskey there in Michigan. He's listening there as well. And let's see, and it sounds like you can't hear him too well, or Bill can't hear him too well in Florida, but anyway, no, and that is the one thing, you know, about these rigs. I like to have a 7610. I don't know if it would really make that much of a difference, but boy, they're spendy. I mean, they are over 3 times the money that a 7300 is, but man, they are a really awesome rig, you know, and I don't know, that if I had my 7300 and like one of those 710s side by side, and I could put them on my antenna switch over here and use the same antenna, same amplifier with the same drive, and listen to the receivers and get audio reports, you know, use the same microphone, obviously be different settings on the radios with the same microphone, you know, just to kind of see what's going on, so I can switch back and forth. That would be really the only true way I'd be able to give an honest opinion, you know, about the different rigs. But if I wanted to go that far, I'd like to have a Kenwood sitting here too, like a Kenwood TS590 or something like that, you know, to where I could actually compare these rigs side by side. I don't have rich enough blood, so to speak, to be able to do that kind of stuff. So, you know, I kind of rely on other people, but that's why I'm kind of stuck on ICOM, because it's always worked good for me. And I've never had any issues with them and ran them for years. I mean, I've got this 7300 in the shack. I've got a 7000 in my pickup. I've had a 745. I had a 720 Alpha. I had a 735. Like, I've had a bunch of ICOMs over the years, and they've done me good. You know, I've never had a Yaesu HF rig to compare with. So the one thing I've played with them a little bit, and the menus confuse me on them. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not a super techie person either, you know. So it's kind of one of those things. But you know, again, it all just comes down to preference, and I don't think one's really that much better than the other as far as anybody's concerned. You know, I know there are ham guys out there that are like, oh no, and they'll tell you have to have this radio because of this, and it's like, well, I'm not going to tell you have to have anything. This is amateur radio, you know. But to each their own. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. I'm just here to, you know, as a VE and an amateur extra, I just want to, you know, just kind of help people and guide them along and elmer them and, you know, give my 2 cents. And, well, if they take it, great. If not, so be it. It is what it is, you know, kind of one of those deals. And let's see here. Let's throw it over to Kilo Echo 8 Charlie Bravo Whiskey. Joe, you still listening there? Took a big dive, buddy.
Anyway, comments. I run a ICOM 7600 and 5100As, mobiles, and Yaesu's also. I've got the 101D right here now, the 100-watt version of that gentleman that's running the
think the band conditions are right for Michigan up here, but you're coming in really good. Some of the other guys I can hear, but there may be a 2 or a 3, but I've got a little bit of noise up here tonight. So, all right, I'm going to say 7-3 and turn it back over to you. I appreciate you being online like that, and I appreciate you letting me in. So I'll say 7-3 from KE8 CBW here in Michigan, and wave a hand to everybody out there. 7-3, guys.
Comment?
Go ahead, comment.
I'm hearing you in Florida just fine. I just had to rotate my antenna.
Oh, there you are. Who do we have?
Okay, Kilo 5, Bravo Juliet Mike Portable. Just throwing a comment out there. We are operating from a ranch here, Central Texas. Been listening to you for probably an hour, everybody out there, and we're just doing a little work here on the side here in the house. But anyway, out here we run a 7300 ICOM. At home we run the 7610 ICOM. For the price difference, I can't see going with the 7610. It does have more bells and whistles, and I guess if you really want to get into all of that, you can, critique signals a little more or this and that. But for what I do, Rag-Chew,
right on, buddy.
DX,
This is what ham radio is all about, man.
This 7300 does everything I need to do. But I can't get my money back on the 7610, and I wouldn't sell it because it is a very, very nice radio. I've run Yaesu, FTDX 3000. It's a nice radio. Nothing wrong with it. I've run Kenwood 590 Sugar. Nice radio. Missed the scope, though. I missed the scope. But the audio on the Kenwood receive is a little more adjustable. That's nice. Output audio, Kenwood, not so much, but they always do sound good with very little adjustment there. So Kenwood's
almost
up
20
there.
over.
Haven't run anything else, but I've had 3 or 4 Kenwoods. No, I'm sorry. I run a Kenwood 480HX in my truck. I've run the Yaesu 859. The face is a little bit too little for me. But it worked perfect. Worked fine. I still have an ICOM 7000 that I use when I go out portable or whatever. Well, it's a lot of radio in a little bitty package. Not a lot of bells and whistles, but hey, it does everything I need. Okay, now you've heard a Texas statement. So there you go. 2 cents, maybe 2.5 cents. Name on the side is Benny, Baker Edward Nancy Yankee, and as I said, operating portable from our ranch here in Central Texas. We're back on the side.
All right, Benny. Well, I appreciate you coming in there, buddy, and I got you down as Kilo 5 Bravo Juliet Mike. Thank you, buddy. And I'm Travis, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. I'm up here in Belt, Montana. And we have November India 0 Whiskey Alpha. He's over there in Iowa. And let's see, we have Kilo 8 Delta X-Ray. He's over in Sebring, Florida. And then we had Kilo Echo 8 Charlie Bravo Whiskey in Michigan there coming in. Let's see. And then before you keyed up there, Benny, I think I heard Bill there in Florida telling a gentleman in Michigan that he could hear him. He just had to spin his beam around. So let's turn it back over to Bill over there. Bill in Florida. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, okay, very good. Gosh, now I got so many calls here. W7 TVS K8DXX. And, one comment that I'd make to you, you were saying that you'd like to have a Kenwood 590. I was at a kind of a ham radio camp out about 3 or 4 years ago, just before I moved down here to Florida. It must have been like 2018. And I had my 7300 there. We had one common off-center fed dipole. And the main rigs we had were, we had an Elecraft QRP.
I've got an old realistic shortwave receiver. I can't.
Guy's,
it doesn't hear nearly as well as these big antennas, buddy.
SG or whatever it was. And I would say that the 7300 could not quite run rings around the Kenwood, but it was on receive. It was much sharper, better audio out of just the basic radio case. And I noticed that, for instance, my 7300 could tune the off-center fed dipole a lot easier than the Kenwood could. The Kenwood recorded an external antenna to it. So for whatever it's worth, I'd say that your 7300 is good. I could see perhaps, just noting the march of technology, that the processors and stuff like that have probably gone into the Yaesu are probably newer. The 7300, I think, is a 5 or 6, maybe 7-year-old radio. I think I bought mine in 2016, and that's after it had been out for like a year and a half. So, new isn't always better, but I can see if you're talking about a software-defined radio that the 710 could be better. But I kind of struggle with the Yaesu interface. I never had a problem with the 1000 MP or the 840, but and every once in a while you see that on the EHAM reviews and stuff like that, people, a lot of people that I talk to just don't really like the user interface on the 1000 MP. But anyway, let me
get your tech license,
I'm running a PR781 here, microphone.
Absolutely.
Also. Let's see. Let me turn it to
if you have any questions about it, direct message me, man. More than willing to help you out.
In Iowa.
The best I can, anyway.
DXX.
All right, Dick. November India 0 Whiskey Alpha. You still with us there, bud? Did we lose Dick there, Bill, or can I just not hear him?
No, I think something's happened there. He was dropping out there. I was wondering if he's having something as simple as the power supply or power issue, at his house. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying I wondered if his foot was slipping off the pedal or something there. I know that happens to me sometimes, but, again, being, diplomatic about it. But, so, okay, well, anyway. But, I understand what you're saying there with as far as the darn, between the Kenwoods and the ICOMs there for sure. And I don't know, I've never played with a Kenwood HF rig, so I have a buddy who, he's a coworker of mine, and he used to be a ham back when he was a kid. His grandpa was a ham, and as a kid he became a ham and this and that. And he was a straight Kenwood guy, and he makes fun of me, just joshing me, yanking my chain more or less. But he goes, "Oh, you ICOM guys, blah blah blah." He's like, "Kenwood this, Kenwood that," and and then he's like, "At least you're not running a Yaesu, ha ha ha." It's pretty much all a high thing, but just giving me guff at work. But he and I asked him one day, well, how long's it been since you've talked on HF? How long has it been? He's like, I don't know, like 20 years. And I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. But he had it, like the old 850s, like Kenwood 850, old tube rigs, that's what he's used to running. And so I don't know, anymore. The stuff has came so far. The technology has, with the SDRs and all the digital stuff. Like ICOM just released, apparently, from what I read, they just released a new update for this 7300. And people are having issues with it naturally. I won't update this rig. I just never have never had a reason to, and it's like it came with the 1.41 or whatever from the factory when I got it a year and a half ago, and I'm not going to update it. I don't need it to update unless it's something really major. But that's one of the reasons it took me so long to get one of these rigs. I was kind of reluctant because I was unsure about the interface of it, so to speak, like the software thing, because I'm not a super techie person, and I'm not I'm not the guy that's going to be able to go out there and fix this with a computer. I can fix it, I'm more of like a mechanical guy, so to speak, so I can fix things hands-on. With a computer, not so much. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of one of those things. I haven't seen Jim yet.
I hear you and stuff like that, and I guess I am kind of a techie guy. I manage the anything from in this computer industry research group to software development, and then I got into project and program management, and just was kind of a consultant, went around. But anyway, so I guess I'm kind of a techie, although I retired 16 years ago. But just some things I remember that Kenwood always had really good transmit audio, and everybody always attributed that to the crystal filters they used in the radios. I had a TS-180, which was a pretty much top-of-the-line rig in 1980, and it actually used the IS strip as a compression amplifier with 8-pole, high-quality crystal filters at either end. And you could
he was having issues
30
with that.
dB of compression on the darn thing, and it didn't distort or anything like that. That was just a beautiful radio for its time. But as time has moved on and stuff like that, I think a lot of people are coming to enjoy like for instance the band scope. You can look at the band scope and you can see activity on the band and where there's a clear spot, or if there's some station that you heard that was talking to somebody else and the frequency is on, you can kind of see if he's popping up there and see if he's calling CQ or something like that. And anyway, this radio that I have here, it's basically a radio server. I don't know if you're familiar with Flex radio, but most of the radio guts, both the encode and the decode and everything like that, is all in the radio itself. But then the control surface or whatever runs the radio is you use an Ethernet cable to connect to the radio to your computer. So here I have two 24-inch screens, one with the radio interface on it, and the other one with Ham Radio Deluxe. And I really like it. I would have been interested to talk to the guy in Michigan, KE8CBW, who has the 101D, to see. I have talked to Rob Sherwood a couple times about this, but I just don't see the bandpass management on the 101 MP or the D. I must be doing something wrong, because like on the Flex, if somebody comes within our audio pass band and is calling CQ, I can pretty much get rid of them by dragging the skirts of the IF pass band away from the QRM. But on the Yaesu, you can play with the bandwidth control and the IF shift and all that stuff like that. But it improves it, but it's not brick wall like the Flex is. So I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Another thing is when Joe is still up there, I'd like to hear how he uses the contour. I don't quite understand that. Maybe I'm getting older or something like that. Let me see if Joe's up there. KE8CBW. Can you still copy? K8DXX. I think he's gone away.
Hey, Joe, you still listening there? Kilo Echo 8, Charlie Bravo Whiskey, you still listening there?
Yeah, everybody's fading out, so I think I'm losing the gray line here. So let me sign out, and I'll listen out as much as I can. I've got to go in the other room, but I'm losing, so I just need to go out there.
Okay, well, go ahead and sign in there, buddy. Yeah, you're starting to fade on me pretty good, too, there. But if you want to, can you hear him there, Bill?
Yeah, I just turned my antenna on him, and it brought him up quite a bit. Just really quickly, Joe, I'm kind of dissatisfied with the bandpass control. Getting rid of QRM on the 1000 MP. And I've tried the bandwidth control, I've tried the IF shift, I've tried the contour. And it makes it better, but it doesn't totally knock it out like it does in the Flex. What did you experience? Go ahead.
No, very good. I can hear you really good now. What was the call sign there?
K8DXX, kilowatt 8 Delta X-ray X-ray, originally from Troy, Michigan.
Oh, okay. K8DXX QSL?
That's the Roger, go ahead.
Okay, well, the bandpass filters work pretty decent for me. What I use a lot is the VC Tune. I know it's meant for T, but it works really well at isolating a lot of the noise. And of course, like your attenuator, it knocks down, the carrier, but it seems to knock out a lot of the background noise and everything. Have you tried your VC Tune at all?
Yeah, I've tried that, and what I view that as it's a kind of a it's a tunable pre-selector that enables you to knock out out-of-band signals either above or below, and it does help reduce the noise. But I'm talking about actual bandwidth. You know, for instance, if somebody was to join the SCUSO and they were, or not join the SCUSO, but started interfering with the SCUSO, and they were 2,500 hertz above the carrier frequency, how would you use the IF shifts or the bandwidth? I mean, the VC Tune, I don't think is narrow banded enough to do that, but correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, and you know, I use that most all the time. You know, for knocking out somebody that, you know, basically is, you know, close to me, you know, to kind of wipe that out. But I haven't really experienced that much of an issue. I do have a 7600, the ICOM, and I find that one is relatively easy to knock the noise out. So I won't say that about the ICOM. But I haven't experienced that problem that I couldn't knock out with the 101D. And like I said, I use the VC2 quite often. You know, I could use the other filters in there, but I haven't really played around with them that much.
Okay, well, I appreciate your comments and stuff like that, and I'm not trying to knock out noise, but maybe I should start. I have used the VC Tune, and I know that it does eliminate, you know, band noise and stuff like that, because you're kind of tuning off, at least rejecting some out-of-band signals. But in terms of knocking out the close-in QRM, you know, I'll try that. Let me turn it back to Travis there. Go ahead.
Yeah, copy. Well, I'm just kind of listening to you guys. I'm actually playing with my filters here a little bit, so I'm kind of messing around with them. I don't play with them too much. I don't get enough opportunity there. But yeah, no, like I said, I'm just listening to you guys. So carry on there. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra.
Well, for whatever it's worth, I would say that you are spending your time in the best place at all possible with your family. I didn't spend a lot of money, and I didn't spend a whole lot of time with ham radio when my kids were growing up. My wife might disagree with that, but you know, I really think that you're at a very precious time in life when you got your kids and you can influence them. So I'd say don't worry about the radios. You know, stick with your wife and your kids. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's what I like to do too. You know, I'd rather spend the money. You know, especially with the holidays coming up and this and that. And I got a lot of stuff coming up here, man. Well, my son's birthday was like 3 weeks ago, and then we had Thanksgiving, and then we got Christmas coming up, and then my wife's birthday, and well, before my wife's birthday, 2 weeks before that is my stepdaughter's birthday, and oh yeah, you know, so it's anyway, but no, it's kind of one of those things. Again, it just kind of comes right back down to, you know, everybody's got their own preference, and different radios definitely have different functions, and it kind of comes down to the deal where it's kind of like, you know, it doesn't matter what rig you drive. You know, you got your Ford, your Chevy, your Dodge guys, and, you know me, I'm kind of one of those weird guys. I'm a Dodge guy. You know, I've got my Dodge truck, and I love my truck, and everybody gives me crap about it, but, you know, the thing is my line of work there, I see just as many people come in with broken down Chevys as I do Dodgers or Fords. So it doesn't matter what you get. You know, they all have their different quirks in them, one way or the other. Whether it's radios or vehicles or anything else like that, you know, it's just kind of one of those things. So I don't know. It is interesting to talk about, though, and it's interesting to talk to other people that have these different radios that have compared them side by side. That's one thing that is really cool. Like I said, if I had all the money in the world, I would have different radios here, and I would compare them side by side, but I don't. So that's just how it is, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, just kind of one of those things. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. Back over to, I guess we'll throw it back to Bill. Kilo 8 Delta X-Ray.
Yeah, W7 TVSK8DXX, yeah. Well, when you were naming the various car brands and stuff like that, I really appreciated you said Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. because I worked, I'm from Detroit, and many moons ago I started out at General Motors as a entry-level computer guy, and then I transitioned over to EDS, Electronic Data Systems, that GM bought to manage the computer capabilities and stuff like that, and that was really fun.
Quick.
But, you know, these you didn't talk about is we used to call them rice burners. You know, the Toyotas and Mitsubishis and all these other things like that. You know, it's kind of funny. One time I was out, my family and I were out in Boston, touring New England and stuff. This guy comes up and he says, "Boy, how come people don't visit us that much from Detroit anymore?" And I said, "Well, what are you driving there?" "Oh, it's a Nissan." "Oh, if you would buy our American-made cars, maybe we could come out and visit you more often." Go ahead.
Well, that's exactly right, you know, and I mean, my Dodge is almost 20 years old, but it's a good truck. You know, really no issues with it. So I've gone through multiple sets of tires and this and that, and you know, it's been a good pickup. But you know, and I ain't gonna lie, my wife drives a rice burner. Yep, she does. But there's reasons behind it. You know, we travel to work. You know, my truck gets terrible fuel mileage. It is what it is. But her car gets really good fuel mileage. She's comfortable in it. It's a really good rig. It's reliable. It's relatively new. Well, gosh, I guess it's 8 years old now. Almost 9 years old now. But, you know, she drives one. And that's not necessarily the car that she wanted, but was definitely in the top 2 there, top 3. And so that's what she got. And it's been a good rig. You know, don't get me wrong, but you're not going to catch me driving a Toyota pickup around either. So, you know, there's that.
Well, you know, buying a Japanese or, you know, Korean car does not mean you're an immoral person or anything like that. I was just, you know, referring my Detroit background and stuff like that. I know that at a General Motors facility, we would allow people with foreign cars to park in our parking lots, but at least in a couple of the buildings I worked in at the General Motors Tech Center, there was a place way far away from the entranceway. You know, there was like a foreign car lot. They could park there. And, I mean, nothing would happen to your car if you drove your Toyota or your Nissan, you know, right up to the door. No one would slash the tires or anything like that, but it was generally discouraged. In fact, I knew some vendors that would come, you know, to try to sell us stuff. And even though in their personal lives, because I knew some of them, they were driving foreign cars, but when they went to visit General Motors, they would always rent a General Motors vehicle and drive it in. And it was kind of funny what, you know, people did to try to sell me in. But anyway, I wonder what you did out, or what you do right there in Montana. I assume you're in the car repair business or something like that. And you know, I would expect honestly a big Dodge Ram truck to not get as good a gas mileage. It's heavier and it's a higher profile vehicle. I mean, I've got a Chevy, a 2014 Chevy Impala with the 306 horse V6 engine, and now it can get on the highway. It'll get 34, 35 miles a gallon.
Hello, Garrett.
Batting an eye, but again, it's a low-profile vehicle. Anyway, let me turn it back to you. See how long we can keep this going. W7TVS, KATXX.
And Kilo 8 Delta X-Ray X-Ray. This is W7TVS, and looks like we might have, let's see, Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Lima Whiskey. I think he's on frequency now. Another of my buddies out there. I don't know where he's at. He's probably in his 18-wheel mobile, but anyway, he says he's on frequency somewhere there. So we'll get to him here in a sec, see if he's out there. But yeah, no, that truck doesn't get the best fuel mileage. It's got a Hemi in it. It's got a ton of power. It'll pull anything and haul anything I need it to. That 3/4 ton truck will, but you know, and as long as you take care of it and run good oil and fuel oil stabilizer and all that, I've never had a problem with the truck. I've never had the Hemi tick or anything crazy. I got that truck with really low miles on it. An older gentleman owned it, and all he did with it was pull a small travel trailer with it once in a while. He had a brand new, and then I got it. So yeah, it's been well taken care of its entire life. And it's been a really good pickup, but the mileage is terrible. But I'll tell you, the one thing, it has never, ever, ever failed me. It has never failed to haul anything or tow anything. I've asked it to haul or tow, and it's never left me on the side of the road, not one time. So there is that. And I've had a lot of pickups and a lot of cars over the years, but that one I have kept, and I will continue to keep that one. And pretty minimal things. I mean, other than basic maintenance, that you have to do on them. As far as fluid changes, everywhere on the vehicle, not just in the engine bay, and just the basic maintenance of a vehicle, or what I would call basic maintenance of a vehicle anyway. It's been a good truck, and like I said, people give me guff about it, but I love it. And what I do is I manage an auto parts store, so I'm not going to say the name, but I will say it starts with an O and ends with a Riley. Hi.
Okay, I think it turned it over to me. Okay, there, I'm working for O'Reilly Auto Parts. It's kind of funny. There was a girl I know, a woman I should say, not supposed to call a girl, a woman I knew at work, Ann O'Reilly, and she spelled her O'Reilly the same way. And then she married some guy, and she became Walsh or something like that. But you used to kid about O'Reilly Auto Parts. Well, it's good that you like that truck and it's giving you good service and stuff like that. Yeah, my car is a 2014, so it's moving on towards 10 model years old and stuff like that. But it's the same thing. It gets kind of babied. It gets oil changes with synthetic oil. And I don't put a whole lot of miles on it, but it's worked. It's very reliable. Actually, it still looks pretty good. We keep it garage all the time. That's one thing I don't understand. People out here in Florida, they don't use their garages for storing cars. Usually for storing junk, or some people use it for but their expensive cars are sitting out in the storm in the basement all day. That doesn't help the finish a whole lot. Let's try one with W7 TVS K8DXX.
And Kilo 8 Delta X-Ray W7 TVS. Looks like band conditions are fading on us pretty good there, Bill, but that's all right. It is what it is. But yeah, and my wife's car lives in the garage, but the truck doesn't fit in the garage out here. My pickup has lived outside its entire life, and it's a 2004 model. So it's got 10 years on your car there, but the wife's car is a 2015. So, but it's like I said, that's been a really good rig too. That thing gets drove 7 days a week into town, and for me, I mean, it's 30 miles one direction. For her, it's about 20 to her work. So that thing gets drove 7 days a week, that car does, and it's been great. I only drive the truck to town a couple days a week there, realistically, two to 3 days a week, and drive the car on her days. We have opposite days off, so I drive the car on the other days there, but yeah, it works out pretty good, but anyway, yeah, so that's kind of what we got going. But like you say, good oil and keeping regular maintenance on the rig, it makes a huge difference, and a lot of people don't do that. But that Dodge is still in pretty good shape. Even on the outside of it, it's still pretty clean for being 20 years old. But again, I've taken good care of it. I've had it for a long time, and I don't intend on getting rid of it. I've had it over a decade now, and the gentleman before me, the only thing he ever did to that truck is he accidentally backed the back bumper into the hitch on his travel trailer, so it was a dent in the back bumper. Other than that, it's pretty straight.
Glad to hear about that. But anyway, I think the band is really taking a long time on. Appreciate you being here, riding the rapids with me and all the other guys on the frequency. I couldn't believe all the people that joined us. I think two or better since when I came back here. And we had 4 other guys joining in, which is kind of fun. Maybe it's a new way of doing things on the radio. I've been licensed since '64, so I'm 872. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. We'll operate except you remember what we're celebrating. A W7 TVS. This is Pastor Bill, K8DXX.
All right, Bill. Well, thank you very much there, sir. Yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. I didn't really expect tonight to turn into this, so that was cool. Normally I just sit out here and make contacts, but I had a blast there, and we are live, too, here. I had quite a few people go, man, this is really cool. So, yeah, we're just kind of hanging here, but the conditions are definitely fading out. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be out here anyway. So, thank you, Bill. Merry Christmas coming up to you there, sir, to you and your family, for me and mine. And we'll catch you next time around there, my friend. It's been a blast on my end. Kilo 8 Delta X-Ray X-Ray. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra up here in Belt, Montana. 73, sir.
73 is Travis. God bless.
Echo Charlie.
Okay, Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Lima Whiskey. I heard you there, Gary. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, look at that. I made it. I'm out here in Ohio, and we're just about 10 over here.
Holy cow. Why are you always making my head swell like that, Garrett? I'd rather you tell me I'm like yeah, you're like a 1 and 2, like below my noise level. No. Just kidding there, man. Great to hear you there, buddy. How the heck are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. We're working on
Well, good deal, good deal. I got a lot of noise tonight, too, man. I'm like solid S5. I don't know what's going on over here. I'll bet you it's some like Christmas light thing going on somewhere here, I'd imagine, but who knows. But, well, good, man. Yeah, say you're sounding good out there from Ohio. I seen you were home there for a while in Michigan, and heck, you're back on the road again, but that's, I think that's just what you do there. Yeah, I saw some of the videos there. I didn't watch all of them, but I did see some. I was laughing, man. One of them, I don't know if it was your brother or what the heck, but you guys were in the shop there and messing around. And, oh, man, it was like a 10-minute video or something, and I was sitting there just watching that, and I was laughing, and I'm going, oh, my gosh, Garrett. Oh, boy.
me and my brother, we were down at my grandmother's house. I don't harass them very much, but when I get the chance, oh, you better believe I am going to. We're going to look at those nudie cowgirl magazines. Wait a minute, well, these ain't what we were talking about. But that's all right, yeah. While I was at home, I did some work on the Yagi, and I did some work on the vertical. I put out about 30 or 40 more radios on that 4B2 and
Right on. That is awesome, man. Yeah, you get that, get them radios down there on the ground, and that's going to make a huge difference there, Garrett. That's, yeah, that's really cool, man. Well, good. I'm glad you got a little bit of time at home, and I'm assuming that you did get to spend Turkey Day at home, didn't you?
I was home last Wednesday, and I just left this morning.
Okay, good deal. So you got to take a little time off, spend some time with the family. Okay, I like to hear that, man, because I know you're on the road like all the time out there. So that's I'm glad you got to get home for the holidays there. That's really cool. So I think you work for a pretty good company. They take pretty good care of you. It seems like you're normally home when you need to be there. So that's a good deal. Or wherever you need to be. Like, you needed to be in Wyoming, and well, you were in Wyoming. So there's that.
To let them fire me. I tell them they'd have to peel me out of this truck with a crowbar. These guys treat me way too good. I couldn't leave.
And that's a good thing, man. That's a really good thing, because there's not a lot of people that can say that out there. I mean, if you're with a company that's that good, they're going to have to peel you out of the truck with a crowbar. I love it. Yeah. Well, good deal, Garrett. That's absolutely awesome, man. And I'm assuming you'll be home for Christmas too. Copy. All right. Well, good, man. I'm glad to hear that. Really glad to hear that you'll be home for Christmas too. So, but look forward to some more of your goofball videos there when you're home flicking your brother a bunch of crap. That's funny. You guys are pulling all the magazines out, and oh boy, yeah, that was. giving him crap about his rust bucket truck and oh yeah, all the good stuff. That was just funny, man. I watched that one like 3 times. I was sitting there in my easy chair just rolling. I'm going, man. I'm like, this. Yeah, typical Garrett out there. So yeah, good stuff, buddy. Buddy. Well, Garrett, you're kind of fading on me, man, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be out here anyway. I'm about ready to wrap this up. I'm starting to have a hard time hearing you. The band is not that great tonight. It's it faded on us pretty good there with Bill over there in Florida too, and it's yeah, I don't know, man. So all right, buddy. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to see if I can't get a couple more here, and then I'm going to get the heck out of here. But anyway, I appreciate you being in there, buddy, as usual.
For 40 and fired around 73 KEA WLW.
Yeah, Roger. And I'll just be honest with you there, Garrett. When when you were home, I was out hunting, man. I didn't get on the air. Well, one night I was going to get on the air, and the conditions were just disgusting. I turned on the radio about 15 minutes and got rocked right back out of the shack. And me and my boy were out hunting. My boy, I didn't post a video about it because I don't want to get banned or anything. But he finally he wanted to go out there and get his first animal there, and by golly, we made that happen. So now he's he just turned 13, and now he's all gung ho and excited about it. So it was well worth it. Compromised a little bit of radio time to go hunt with the boy, and yeah, he's no longer a boy. He's a man now. There, hi. But anyway. All right, Garrett, I appreciate you there, buddy, and I'll shoot you a text message with a picture there. So just so you can see it. But anyway, there you go. All right, man. You have a good night there, Garrett. Stay safe on the road out there, my friend, in that 18-wheel mobile. And sounding good as usual. Like I said, the band conditions just suck. So, what are you going to do? Anyway, have a good night, buddy. Thanks again for being there. Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey Lima Whiskey. This is Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up, called Belt, Montana. 73, buddy. Roger, Garrett. Catch you later, man. Let's see if we can't get 1 or 2 more in here. Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Foxtrot, India, Arkansas.
Okay, I heard somebody in Arkansas, the Arkansas station again.
This is Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot, India, Mac in Springdale, Arkansas.
There we go, Mac. All right, well, good deal. Yeah, okay. I've talked to you before. I recognize it there because I love the call sign, the RFI. Yep, and the name there. I recognize that too. How the heck are we doing tonight there, sir?
Hey, Travis, I'm doing great here in northwest Arkansas. Looks like we're getting ready to get some bad weather move in here, so conditions are kind of deteriorating, but it's been a good week for DX and off and on. Some days are really good, some days it's crappy and nothing going on. But last time I talked to you, you were getting ready to batten down for a snowstorm, I think. So how did that turn out, over?
Oh gosh, so that was a few weeks back or a month back or something like that there. Well, we got a pretty good squall there. We it got real cold there for a week or week and a half, and yeah, we ended up getting, oh man, I don't know, I think we got hit 8-10 inches, a foot, something like that. And yeah, it stuck around for about a week there, and then pretty soon the temperature raised up and melted everything off, and just typical Montana weather. We ain't had none since. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I lied to you on that. We haven't had any really significant amount since, I should say. We had, let's see, so one day I went out hunting there, and there was probably a half an inch on the ground that came overnight. That melted off a couple days later, and then we had another real light dusting. I wouldn't even know if it was really accumulation. It was just a dusting, and that was about it. We haven't had a lot of snow yet. We've had a nice one little nice squall of it, and that was about it there, Mac.
Well, we've not had any snow here so far. We've had some cold nights. We've got down freezing 2 or 3 months in a row, and then warm back up in the season. Kind of back and forth here. You don't know what you're going to get. But I heard a while ago that it's getting ready to send some rain our way, and then be cold for a few days, and then warm up again. So that's Arkansas weather for you, son, kind of like yours. Hey, it's good talking to you. I appreciate the contact, and I'd like to keep in touch with you, see how things are going in Montana every once in a while. So you have a great evening. I'll let you get some other folks to it. It's KI5 RF5. Back to you.
Copy there, Mac. All right, buddy. Well, hey, you sound like you got rain and a cold front coming, so stay warm and stay dry out there. And, yeah, I don't know. The El Nino winter is definitely coming. I can tell. It's not, it just hasn't been that bad. I mean, it's been kind of cold, but, I mean, we're probably at like 25 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. It's not terrible. You know, it's tolerable. I mean, like this morning it was like 30 degrees and the sun was shining and I was outside in a t-shirt. I mean, it's tolerable, you know, but it's kind of one of those things. But, all right there, Mac. I appreciate you there, buddy, and you stay safe and stay dry and warm out there. Hang on. Oh, man, there's the first yawn. 2 more of those, and I'm out of here. That's the rules for TVS radio station. But anyway, all right, Mac, you have a good night there, my friend. Thanks for getting in there, buddy, and I did get you logged in the logbook again. And we'll catch you next time around. Take care out there around Arkansas. Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India. This is Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana. 73, sir. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Alpha 8, Golf Kilo Golf.
All right, Kilo Alpha 8, Golf Kilo Golf. Looks like John in Ohio there, QSL.
QSL, Dave John, Akron, Ohio, and I have you 57. You're perfectly readable. The band is quiet here tonight, and I can hear you just fine. Back to you.
Roger. I got you right about the same, man. About a 5 and 7, and the band is pretty quiet over here. But I got noise. I don't know what the heck's going on. I got one neighbor over here, and well, technically, I guess I have 2. But anyway, yeah, I got a little bit of noise tonight. I don't know. It's not bad, but it's not the best either. Normally, I have like an S1 to S2, and tonight I'm like an S5 in noise. So I don't know what the heck's going on. Like I said, probably like some LED Christmas lights or something. I don't know what the heck. But anyway, but no, you're sounding good over here from Akron there, sir.
Very good. Thank you for the fine report. Yeah, we have. I'm operating on an ISOM 7300 and 2 40-meter impedance, and it seems to be working very well tonight for both of us. So it's nice making your contact. What was your name again?
My name is Travis, Tango Romeo Alpha Victor India Sierra, and I'm also talking on a IC 7300. The microphone is a PR781. I'm running a Dentron Clipperton L. I'm running about 400 or 500 watts out here. Not a tremendous amount of power. And my antenna is a homemade 20-meter horizontal dipole that I built out of aluminum, and it's broadside east and west, about 30 feet in the air there, Roger.
Oh yeah, very fine business on the homemade Yagi. That's fantastic. And you're pointed this way, and I'm actually my input is actually moving over in favor of radio, and I'm still able to get you quite well on to the west. So Travis, nice talking with you tonight. Hope you have a great Christmas holiday season, and go get some more deer. I used to hunt, but I haven't hunted in several years. I got this job. I'm retired, and I got a part-time
no
job
time limits on the exam,
4 years
dude.
ago, and
Take as long as you
I
need.
just don't get time to hunt anymore. And I don't like cold weather either, so it's okay. I'll say 73, Travis. Have fun with that 7300, and with that Heil mic, it sounds great. W7 TVS 73 from KAHE KG.
Copy there, John. All right, buddy. Well, I really appreciate you there. And yeah, I probably wouldn't even have went and done it this year if my boy wasn't wanting to go out and get his first animal. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. So we went and got a tag, and we went and did it. But now he's gung-ho, but he's kind of getting me back into it, too, because I'm going, well, gee, maybe I should go get another one. And now season's over out here. So, yeah, that's all right. We'll wait till next year, and we'll get a couple of them. But, yeah, so anyway, it's just cool. You get, when the boy gets into it, and you get out there and get him his first animal, it's just like a rite of passage, so to speak. I was younger than him when I got mine, but that's my first forest animal, but that's okay, you know. I'm not complaining. I thought it was really cool. So it's he didn't like the you know, well, the part when you have to actually, you know, take care of the animal. So to speak. I'm running live out here on the internet, so I don't want to get like shut down or anything. I don't want to go into too much detail, but you know what I mean. So because you have to field dress the animal, you know, there's that. So anyway, there you go. All right, John. Well, hey, you have a great rest of your night there, sir, and I appreciate you being out there. I did get you logged into QRZ, and hopefully we'll catch you down the coax another time, my friend. Your station's doing real good out there, so keep up the good work there, sir. Kilo Alpha 8 Golf Kilo Golf Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, sir.
Okay, thanks. And I will get you into the log as soon as possible. I spent the last 3 days logging into QRZ all the content that I failed to do so earlier in the year. I'm finally almost caught up. I kid. We'll do it again. Travis, KAH.
Oh, Roger. No problem, man. No rush on my end. It happens. If it don't, it don't. So no big deal. And I will just throw out there, too, anybody listening there, if you want a QSL card from me, you either send me an email or and I'll send you one out, or send me one and I'll send one back. So anyway, just throwing that out there. And anyway, John, have a great night there, sir. And let's see if we can't get a couple more in here before I shut this thing down. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ. Okay, Quebec, Delta, Quebec again.
Yeah, Kilowatt Delta 8, Quebec, Delta, Quebec.
All right, there we go. Kilowatt Delta 8, Quebec, Delta, Quebec. Looks like Michael in Ohio there, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, yeah, we just added another Yaesu to our station here, the other 3 Yaesus, and running a Yaesu FT710, 100 watts into an NCAT at about 42. So we got good reports on it. I heard you out there in Montana. Good Lord, I had to open the window up and let you out. You're coming over here. Greenville, Ohio, about 40 miles northwest of Dayton, Ohio. Go ahead.
Oh, Roger. Well, I appreciate you being in there. And gosh, when you first came in there, I'm starting to get a little pile up again here. But when you first came in there, you were a good solid 59. You kind of dropped down to 5 and 7. I logged you as a 5 and 9 though, Michael. Anyway, sounded good up here in central Montana, there, buddy.
Yeah, like I said, you sounded real good here too. I know you said you wanted to get a couple more before you shut her down, but yeah, take her easy there, and best of the holidays to you and your family, and hopefully we get to catch you on the log again. KDA 73.
Copy there, Michael. All right, man. Well, Merry Christmas to you too. I apologize. I'm bad about saying that about the holiday deal there to people. So anyway, I need to keep that in my head there. It is that time of year, and I just keep forgetting it there. And hey, so I got somebody asking on the live here, Michael. So is Greenville? I see you're in Greenville. Is that near Fort Wayne?
We're south of Fort Wayne. Greenville's practically right on the Ohio-Indiana line. In fact, here's an interesting fact for you. This is where Annie Oakley was born and raised. Matter of fact, about 5.5 miles north of my PTH is where she's buried.
I'll be darned. That's pretty interesting. Huh. Wow, that's pretty cool. So you're a little ways from Fort Wayne, but Annie Oakley was buried there. I'll be darned. That's really cool.
Yeah, we're probably about, I'd say, an hour and a half south of Fort Wayne.
Copy. He said, okay, cool. Yeah, so you're kind of close there. All right. Well, good deal. All right there, Michael. I appreciate you there, buddy. Like I said, somebody from the live just asked that question, and I wanted to get it out there for him. So anyway there, buddy, you have a great night. Great sounding station. You're doing a good job. Keep up the good work there, my friend, and we'll catch you on down the vlog another time there. Kilo Delta 8, Quebec, Delta, Quebec. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, buddy. QRZ.
November 1.
Okay, November 1, Tango Victor Uniform. Looks like Michael in Texas there, QSL.
Yeah, good evening there, Travis. How's everything going this evening?
Oh, gosh, I can't complain too awful much. I'm just up here kind of just doing my thing, man. You got a good signal up here, though. How the heck are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Kind of getting tired here. Sitting here and working on the computer and almost fell asleep. I said, I'm going to play with the radio a little bit and try to wake up here. You're coming in late
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, it kind of faded on you too. You came in there real good there for a minute, and then you kind of faded out. But 20 meters is just being really up and down there, Mike. So it's just kind of one of those things. But anyway, there, buddy. All right, sir. Well, thank you for the contact from Texas, and it sounds like we got a few more in there. So I'm going to try to pick up just a couple more here, and I'm going to shut this darn thing down. But anyway, thank you, Michael. Merry Christmas to you coming up, or Happy Holidays, whatever you want to call it. There, I say Merry Christmas over here. But anyway, there you go. All right, Michael. A November 1 Tango Victor uniform. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
Merry Christmas to you and your family. W7TVS and 1TDU, 73.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a great night. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Charlie 9, Yankee Echo uniform.
Okay, Kilo Charlie 9. I think you said Yankee Echo uniform. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct, Travis.
All right. Well, this is kind of cool. So let me ask you a question there. Are you a 18-wheel mobile there, David?
Not anymore. I retired. Evidently, you're looking at my profile picture there with all my radio equipment on the console of the pickup. Truck.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's why I was looking at that, because I was going, oh man, I love them 18-wheel mobiles. I think it's cool. You know, like we got Garrett out there, Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Lima Whiskey. He's 18-wheel mobile. And anyway, I just was looking at that, and I went, uh-oh, we got another one. I was about to tell Garrett he had some competition there, hi.
I hear you. Yeah, no, I retired about a year ago, sold the truck, and I'm staying on the radio now.
Oh man, well you can't go wrong with that there, David. That's totally awesome. Get to retire, get out of the truck for a while, and just kind of play radio, man. Gosh, you can't go wrong with that. That's got to be a good thing. I'm still a good 20 years from retirement, so yeah, I still got a little time.
Yeah, affirmative. Yeah, I put up a new Moonraker GP80HF vertical antenna up today, and I just checked it out, make sure it's working.
Well, it's working pretty good, man. I got a lot of noise tonight. My static it's not a huge, it's like 5 S units, but the static is just horrendous off of it tonight. But no, you're doing good, man. You're a 5.7 to 5.8. Good signal over here in the Montana. That thing's working.
Okay, appreciate it. Hey, I'm going to let you get a couple other ones. Just want to say hi. I'm located, well, you already see on the site where I'm located at. Okay, 7-3s, you have a good one. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year when you get to it.
All right, David, right back at you there, my friend. Thank you very much for being there from Indiana out there. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you, too, from me and mine to you and yours there, my friends. So we'll catch you on down the coax another time. We got you logged in a logbook. Thanks again there, David. Kilo Charlie 9 Yankee Echo uniform. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, buddy. QRZ, one more. We're looking for one more. QRZ. Okay, did I hear a Kilo Charlie 4? Okay, was that a Kilo Quebec 4 Foxtrot Charlie India? Is that Steve in Kentucky? Copy. All right. Well, you're kind of down there in my noise a little bit there, buddy, but I got you in there, man. Definitely got you in there. And it looks like you discovered POTA, and you upgraded to General. Congratulations, dude. That is awesome. So that is fantastic. Congrats on getting up there to General. And let's see, what else you got? Oh, you're going to do some CW, too. That is really cool. Awesome on that one, too, man. That's bad to the bone. I really like to hear that. So, anyway, and sharpening up your hunting skills. Attaboy. You sound like my kind of guy I'd like to hang out with and sit down and have a beer or a cup of coffee with or something there. So, all right, Steve, I appreciate you, buddy, and thanks for being in there. copy. I think you said you're right at my static level, but I think that you said you got 30 watts and a wire antenna out there. So yeah, it's working for you, buddy. Keep up the good work there, Steve. You're doing great, man. I wish my noise wasn't quite so high. I'd be able to hear you a little bit better, but that's no fault of yours, man. You're doing a good job. So anyway, there, buddy. I think I'm going to shut this down. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year for me and mine to you and yours. You have a great rest of your night. Kilo Quebec 4, Foxtrot Charlie India. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend, and I just want to thank everybody out there who's listening and still paying attention. I think 20 meters just about dropped out on me completely. I don't see nothing on the band scope. So anyway, everybody have a great night. Thanks again, and we'll catch you everybody down the coax. Thanks everybody who was there and had a good time tonight. 73, everybody. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra in Belt, Montana. I'm out of here. Well, there was that. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you, Garrett. Yeah, you go get that big box, buddy. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Anyway, we're going to do our deal here that we do, because, well, we do this every time. Anyway, there's my junk heap, you know. Oh, I got this guy today in the mail. This is kind of cool. Little shortwave receiver. I got to put some batteries in it, but it's an oldie. But these things are awesome. It's an old Realistic DX440. And this thing tunes almost, well, there you go. You can see it right there. It'll do almost DC to daylight. It'll listen to all the HF bands on sideband and all that cool stuff. But let's see. Well, we'll just start over here like we normally do. Look at that. We got a pile of Baofangs up there. Look, that's cool. Guide wire. Yeah. Bunch of other crap. But, well, cool, man. I'm glad Zach Dillon, I'm glad you had a good time with it. And here's my QSL card wall. I was going to go on the ceiling, but I decided to add a few more over here toward the bottom. This is really cool. So this gentleman right here, Kilo Echo 7 Charlie Fox and Kilo Delta 7 Sierra Juliet. That's a husband and wife. I talked to them a couple weeks back. Really cool people. Just wanted to throw that in there. But instead, we got our W9 IMS or the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That one came in too. That was pretty cool. I ended up getting a clean sweep on that one. Anyway, here's our wall. Kind of rolling on here. We did end up going up on the ceiling a little bit. And there will be more. And there's another one. I got to show you guys this one too. Right there. My good buddy Matt over there in Eugene, Oregon. Kilo 7 Oscar Whiskey. I Elmer the heck out of this guy. He's a cool cat. He does, he does a lot of HF stuff, mostly on digital, but he's getting more into sideband. Oh yeah, belt stock. Yep, belt stock coming in August of next year. Everybody be prepared for the concert here in Belt, Montana. That's going to be awesome. Anyway, there's my little station here. Tablet I log on, 7300. Which you guys obviously been watching the radio the whole time, but. There's the foot pedal. That's how I key everything up right there. That old foot pedal, my nasty old feet. Boop, boop, boop. That's how I key everything up. Sitting here in my my Grinch jammies in the Radio Shack. There's the amplifier. Old Dentron Clipperton L right there. Got them tubes in there just a glowing away. But anyway, more of the QSL card wall here and all that good stuff. Yeah, we got a lot of things happening here, man. But we got one of the shack dogs right there. He needs a haircut. The other shack dog, I think, went upstairs. Then there's this big old wall map that I keep back here for when the DX is good. I like to look at that and see where people are and all that stuff. Thanks for the nice mic, buddy. I appreciate that. That's a Heil PR781. I got it on a boom. That thing, it just sits right in front of my face, you know. And like I said, I just key everything up with that foot pedal right there. Key up the amp, key up the radio, mic, the whole gamut. So makes it real easy. And I log with that. A little Lambic paddle for CW. There's my old straight key I've had since I was like 11 years old. But anyway. That's it. That's the whole station. That's what I do. I just hang out here in the basement. my little man cave here. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna go upstairs, have me a cold one, and sit and relax for a while. 73, everybody. Thanks for being on the live. I appreciate you. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana, home of Belt Stock. 73, guys. We'll catch you. Thanks for watching.